In this video, we are going to create a new attribute in the database called as a custom underscore order underscore attribute. So it will look like this in the tables. We selected the database. Now in the sales order table, our new attribute custom underscore order underscore attribute will look like this. The same way, this new attribute will also display in the sales order underscore grid table like this. Now we are going to display that attribute in the sales order section. Here, the custom order attribute will also appear in this section with its value. So ABC value is the value of that custom order attribute for that order. Hello friends, welcome to this video. I am Sonal Motghare-Balpande and you are watching Sonal the Coach SMB. So if you are new, I suggest you to do like and subscribe this video because more useful videos are going to come. So you will get notified once you hit the bell icon. So do like, subscribe and share these videos. So let's start. There are 3 points which we are going to cover. First is creating custom order attribute. Second is saving data for that created attribute. Third, we are going to show or display that attribute in the admin grid, that is sales order. Step number 1, we are going to create a basic custom module. So let's create a basic custom module. We need to create a vendor name and module name in app code folder like this. This is a vendor name and this is the module name which we created in app code folder of Magento root directory. Then we are going to create composer.jsn file in order attribute tab folder here. This file. This file is created inside order attribute folder. Composer.json and the content is this. This file is needed to tell Magento system that we created our module and the dependency or the upgradation of the module should be applied. Then we need to declare our module to Magento system. We will able to do it with the help of etc folder having module.xml file in it. So now let's create a module.xml file. This is Sublime Text Editor and this is the terminal or the command prompt which you can access easily. If you are not aware about how to create or how to access command prompt or terminal in Sublime Text Editor, then there is my video how to use terminal or command prompt in the Sublime Text Editor. I will share this video's link in the description. Do watch and implement. It is super easy. So in the module.xml file, we are going to copy this content in this file. I will give the link of this website page in the description. So we copied and pasted that content over here. You need to update 3 things here. Module name, setup version and dependency of the module. So my module name is the coach SMB underscore my module name. Setup version is 1.0.1. You can put it as it is. Then sequence. If This module is depend on some other module which is magento_sales. That's why in the sequence we need to specify that name. It is super easy. Next, we will need to register our module in Magento system. Registration.php file will help us to do that. So let's create registration.php file in order attribute folder like this. In the registration.php, we will copy this code and paste over here. Here only one thing you need to update, that is vendor name underscore module name. This may be different in your case. If you are following this video and you are happy with using this name, you can definitely go ahead. Then we need to enable this module. To do that, we need to run this command in the command prompt, which you can do easily with typing cmd over here and then here travel to that Magento root directory. In my case, it is this. So cd and then paste. So here you need to run this php enable command to enable our module. So once you enable, and you will get a message over there like this, like this. After that, we are going to create our custom order attribute in the database. So in the table sales underscore order and in the sales underscore order underscore grid. So let's go to the step number 2. Here we are going to create one simple file which will be present in setup folder. The file is upgradedata.php. So let's go here and then in the setup folder which will be present in order grid, we will open a upgradedata.php. I just copied this code from here and pasted there like this. So here you need to update few things which are namespace or vendor name / module name. Then you will need to update this custom underscore order underscore attribute. So if you have some other name for your attribute, you can just update over here. Third thing you need to make sure is in the setup version which we have used in model.xml file of etc folder. Here version is 1.0.1. So here in the upgrade data we have used 1.0.0.1. So if the current version is less than this, then this code will be executed. And I want this attribute data type as varchar. That's why I have given the varchar or the characters I want in that type. So I have given varchar here as a data type. You can choose whichever you are interested in. Then I want to make this attribute visible, and second thing, I want that attribute to be created in the sales underscore order underscore grid table here. So that's why I specified grid is equal to true, because once we create that attribute over here, we will be able to display that attribute here in this section sales order. So this is very simple file. Once we do that, we need to run few commands. First is the setup upgrade command. So this command will help us to make a note or make an entry in the setup underscore module table like this. This will be automatically done once we run this setup upgrade command. Then we need to run the static content deploy command so that our files will be deployed on the server. So you will see output like this. We will check now in the sales order table. if our new attribute has been created or not. So let's go for it. Yeah, wow. So can you see customer underscore order underscore attribute has been created in the sales order. Now we also try to create that it in sales order grid. So let's check here also. Perfect. So this is how our custom order attribute has been created in these two tables with simply one file and small piece of code. Amazing, right? We are going to save some value in this attribute. So here you can see in the sales order grid table or sales order table, these values are blank. So whenever any order is placed, that entry will be here definitely, right? This is the first and the second order. And when there will be third order, in that case we want that value to be present here in this attribute. So we need to write some logic to do that. So there are different ways where we can save these values. In this video I am going to save some value whenever order is placed. So here event and observer technique I am going to use. Now which event I will track is once the order gets saved. So sales order save after, this event I am going to use, and in the observer I will write some code to save the value in this attribute. This is going to be super easy and very simple. So let's get started. First we need to create events.xml file in etc folder. So here in the etc folder, create a new file called as a events.xml, and code of this file is here. So event name is sales order save after, and observer I am going to create is this, okay, and name of that observer you can give any name over here. I have given this. Simple. Now we have given the observer file which will be present at this particular location. So let's create the folder with respect to these files. So in the order attribute, let's create a folder observer, and inside observer I want to create a sales folder like this. Okay, so there is observer folder, and inside observer there is a sales folder. Now I will create set order.php file inside sales. This is what the path I specified over here. Control S to save .php. Perfect. So what code I am going to write? So code is given over here. I will explain you. Sir, observer public create function, and this is how we generally write observer, right? So here in the execute method I am getting a order data, and since this is an object of that observer, so set customer order attribute. So whichever will be your attribute name, okay, the way I have written here is C custom underscore order underscore attribute. So C will be capital, O will be capital, and A will be capital in the set name, okay, set C capital, O capital, A capitals. This is what the technique Magento has used. So if your attribute is somewhere similar, you can use this. It's like two words combining with the underscore, then C capital, O capital, set custom order. So this is how you need to do. First letter of the words will be capital, and here this is the value which is going to which is going to be saved with that attribute value. So here that value will be saved. So for example, I am just simply saving ABC. Here you can write any kind of logic whichever you want to implement. You can get customer data, you can get order related data, the check card related data, everything it can be available over here. You can just apply your logic, you can do some type of coding, and then you can save that value in the attribute. And then I used order save technique. Simple, very easy. So step number 3 is this simple. Okay, just saving the value in the attribute. Just 2 files needed, events and observers. Now in the step number 4, what we are going to do, because with the step 3 these values will be over present over here once the order is placed, right? So while placing an order, once the order is placed, here that entry will be there, new order with the value ABC. This is what we are setting over there, right? Now this attribute we want to show now in the sales order grid section. So here no new column will be added with its values present in the respective orders. So let's work on that. So let's go to step number 4, which is syncing the sales order and sales order grid table. So how we are going to do? We need to tell Magento, okay, to copy the values of sales order table to the sales order grid table, because see, we are going to save this value in sales order table, right here. So this sync is very important now. Okay, so di.xml file will tell Magento to copy the values from this sales order to sales order grid table whenever order is created. Cool, perfect. So this di.xml file will be present in etc folder. So let's go over here in etc folder of order attribute and create a new file called as a di.xml. Perfect. So let's copy this code over here from here to here. So here virtual type name, Magento sales model, resource model, order grid and grid. Then columns, here what thing you need to update is here the attribute name, okay, item name, here attribute name, and then in the values as well, string type, this will be the table name, which is sales underscore order. So you don't need to update over here, you need to update in this 2 names, customer attribute. So I am using customer underscore order underscore attribute. If you are using something different, update over here. This is the only change you need to do. So syncing of the tables is done, and then the last step comes, which is to display this now in the grid. And this is a very small piece of code and works amazingly like this. Okay, let's do it. You need to create a sales underscore order underscore grid.xml file in this location, view admin html. So here in the order attribute, create a new folder with this path, view admin html UI component, which I just copied from here. Okay, and then hit enter. So here, view admin html and UI component file has been created. Now we are going to create a file sales order underscore grid. Since this is a grid section, we are using this name. Okay, this is a sales underscore order underscore grid section. New file, save, Ctrl S .xml. Perfect. And code is very simple. Just we need to specify the column name. So columns, this is remain at it is sales order columns. The only thing you need to update over here is this name, which is the attribute name, and then the label which is of that attribute. So here I want to display the label as a custom order attribute, so this name, and here the attribute name. These two things you need to update. Okay, after that, so right now it's not displaying, so how will it display? You need to run in the command prompt cd and then paste php bin/magento c:f is a cache we flushed. Yeah, so cache has been flushed. Now we will refresh this page. Yes, perfect. So you can see our customer order attribute new column has been added in the sales order grid section. Perfectly okay. Now let's do one thing. Let's place an order, because we want to check whether we written the logic of saving some value, okay, in that particular attribute is working perfectly or not. So let's select one of the product and let's add it to the cart. So once the order will be placed, in the observer we have written the logic that once the order is placed, we are going to save ABC value in that customer order attribute. So let's place an order. So product has been added. Let's click on proceed to checkout. Let me log in over here. So once I'm logged in, address has been selected. Now let's select the shipping method, click on next. Yes, cool. So let's place an order now. Perfect. So order has been placed. Now it's time to check in the sales order by refreshing the page. So here you can see ABC value has been saved for the custom order attribute for the new order. So this is how we can we can create custom attribute, can save the value, and also can display that values in the sales order grid. So thank you so much for watching the complete video. I'm happy that you must have understood now how to use order attribute. Do keep watching videos so that you will learn more about Magento 2. Thank you. Do subscribe, like and share. Bye bye. God bless you.